Love Makes Us.
Episode 4, Part 2.
You asked me what was labor like.
No, I said one word, and you said, "Oh yeah, that I was terrified." And you just start talking.
Okay. All right. Okay, go ahead.
So initially, we were going to go in no meds, because that's how the first time was, no medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But
she gave birth to a giant.
For real, he was big, and he would not come down the birth canal.
His head was too big.
I don't know how long was I? 16 months.
I think you stayed at 6 for a while.
Like 12.
Like, we making progress. We're at 6.
They kept lying.
Right, exactly. Selling us wolf tickets.
But it would not progress. So I said I can't take it no more. So it was medicine time. And then what happened after that, John?
I think they made your water break.
But with every contraction, his heart rate would go down.
Yeah, because he was choking on the umbilical cord. But that was, he made your water burst to speed up your contractions so that you can deliver.
And it didn't work.
Yeah, and that's when he started choking. His heart rate was dropping, so that we had to go to any emergency C-section.
Really?
You started it?
You gonna mess up my harmony like that? Okay, so we go into the operating room. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, you was done because they gave you all the anesthesia.
They gave me all of it.
We had a nice doctor. He was a black doctor, which I felt was really good because I really felt that I could identify with him being a black man. And so, they took Darlene into the surgery room, and they're like, "We can bring one person with us." So I was looking at the doula like, "Yo, it's your time, homie." But she encouraged me to go. She like, "You go," and I was like, "Oh, am I prepared for this?"
Oh no!
I was like, "Oh no!" So I was like, "Yeah, go," and just for the sake of my pride of trying to be a man, I was scared. I didn't want to go in there, but because I'm like, hey, I'm too far now. I gotta go in. So I overcame my little hurdle, a little having fear of the unknown, I guess, because I felt like she was more experienced, knowing what to do, what to say, maybe. So I felt like she would have been way more experienced than me, but for fear, I didn't allow her to do it, because I didn't want to make it seem like I wasn't like able to step up to the place. I'm like, all right, I'll go. They set me down outside, and I was talking to the doctor, and he's like, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "Man, I'm kind of scared, man." He's like, "Oh, don't be scared." He said, "This is the easy part." He said, after, that's the terrifying part. Having to raise a black man in a society that doesn't necessarily embrace black men, can be oftentimes intimidated by our presence and just our appearance, us being in the room, the stereotypes that come along with it. He said all that's the part that, the police and different things, that's the part that could be scary. He said, so don't worry about my part. And I was like, well, dang, you just made me feel like made me more scared when I want the boy to stay in there. But yeah, so okay, he put me at ease. So I took a deep breath and I'm like, all right, that's cool. He's like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I was amped up, fired up. I'm like, we gonna do this. Man, I walked up in there, saw blood all over the floor. I felt like I was in a Saw movie. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? They killing my wife. Came in, saw her intestines outside of her stomach. I'm like, this is insane. This is sickening. And so I hurried up. They got a curtain. So half the curtain is my wife. The other half of the curtain, well, all of the curtains is my wife. But the first half of the curtain is just her from maybe the lungs up. The bottom portion, or the second half of the curtain, is like her stomach down. So the second half was where they were cutting her open for the C-section. And so I hurried up and got on the other side of the curtain because I was tired of seeing all the blood and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to see that. So they started doing what they doing. Everything was normal. And Darlene at the time was like, I still feel it, because she was still feeling the cuts. So they were like, oh, up the anesthesia. So they upped the anesthesia so she wouldn't feel them cutting. And so that kind of like numbed her lungs, which made her feel like she couldn't breathe.
Love makes us. Please follow us on Instagram and our YouTube channel and subscribe. Don't forget Facebook.